Police and firefighters have been on the scenes all night of a deadly house fire and a murder several miles away. Investigators now say the two are connected. We still don't know who died in yesterday's early morning fire on Patricia Ryan Drive, but a man who claims to be the father of one of the victims says police told him the two had been shot before the fire. Officers haven't confirmed that to us. They have said the bodies were so badly burned it could take days for the medical examiner to determine the identities and cause of death. Police are also trying to piece together the fire's connection to another murder. Hours after that blaze, they found a woman dead in a car off Beatties Ford Road in Huntersville. She'd been shot at least once. All investigators will say is that the woman had been staying at the house that caught fire. Now, while all of those states are voting for the presidential nominee, people in Stanley County will be voting for or against liquor. Here's a look at the sample ballot from the town of Locust. Voters will decide whether wine and liquor can be sold in town. They'll also vote on whether the state can open up a liquor store there. Polls are open from 6:30 a.m. until 7:30 p.m. A Super Bowl party turned crime scene. 3 men in Maryland are dead. A suspect on the run. Coming up, what witnesses saw before they heard gunfire. Larry, thank you. Our airports may be better guarded post 9/11, but a new government report finds there's one place where security is severely lacking: national monuments. The Interior Department says U.S. Park Police weren't even at their posts when two protesters climbed into Lincoln's lap at the Lincoln Memorial. Their report also includes a picture of an officer asleep in a patrol car at the Jefferson Memorial. A warning for parents about products you use on your baby that may do them harm. The details of a new study and how doctors say you can protect your child. An 80-year-old woman trapped for days in her tub is recovering this morning, and she has her letter carrier to thank. Yesterday, he was recognized for his heroic efforts. WCNC reporter Mario Roldan followed him on his route and shares the story. Now, Pate could be leaving that health care center by the end of the week. We're told the mail carrier has been visiting her since late November when she first went to the hospital.
What a great story. What a good guy to do that.
Okay. So, Larry,
good morning.
Good morning.
Nice
Good to have
day
you
today.
on the
Spring
broadcast.
today. I didn't know
is.
you were bringing spring.
Just because you're
Just
with
because
us.
I'm here.
Come back more often.
Yeah. Next time it'll be 80 degrees.
Well, 70's nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
and it probably will be at least 70 today. We're starting out with a little bit of...
A warning this morning about shampoos, powders, and lotions you may be using on your baby. A new study shows some contain chemicals linked to reproductive problems. Researchers found high levels of chemicals called phthalates in babies' urine. Some studies in animals have found the compounds might harm reproductive system development. The chemicals are found in many items like toys and cosmetics. Doctors say these are preliminary findings. If you're concerned, use the products less. Soap and water may be good enough to use when cleaning your baby. Walmart is getting tough on food manufacturers. The thousands of factories that make Walmart's house brands must receive authorization under the Global Food Safety Initiative. By the end of the year, Walmart is requiring initial audits with full certification by July 2009. The CDC says there are 76 million food poisoning cases each year in America. 5,000 of them are fatal.
Firefighters come in with the jaws of life to get a little boy out of a washing machine.
Yeah, the 4-year-old is doing just fine this morning, but over the weekend, he was in a bit of a tight spot. Donovan Hassman's mom said he crawled in when she wasn't looking and couldn't get out.
Took firefighters about half hour to break Donovan free. They even called in a repairman, but no repairman needed. The family's going to need an entirely new machine.
And as for the little boy, well, he has just a few scrapes and bruises and also a new teddy bear given to him by the rescue workers. What a story he has to tell for the rest of his life.
Just a little child's play. Just having a little fun.
Oh, scary.
Yeah. Up next this morning, a volcano lighting up the morning sky.
Why nearby residents say they're still worried even though it's calmed down.
Kayvon Hazrati continues his recovery at Carolinas Medical Center. Doctors say that he was awake when he arrived and after surgery has been able to follow their instructions. 6 News reporter Janelle Martinez is continuing our coverage from the hospital. Janelle?
That's right. Some good news. Officer Hazrati is out of surgery. In fact, we just spoke with the surgeon here a short time ago who says he was able to remove that bullet and that the officer is doing well. In the meantime, dozens of officers have been arriving here, pacing the hospital all afternoon, hoping for that good news. A motorcade like none other. Officers clearing a path for one of their own.
In the process of serving that warrant, the individual fired shots and the officer was struck in the head.
A wounded officer rushed to CMC. Word spread fast. Dozens responded.
It's a constant reminder to all of us that these police officers are risking their lives every minute of the day, and the unexpected can happen in an instant.
He's shot right here, which is right over the frontal lobe of the brain.
Despite that, the officer arrived alert, able to write, even communicated with his fiancée before surgery.
It traveled about 2 or 3 inches into the brain.
One doctor went as far as calling him lucky.
If you had to be shot in the head, that's the place to hit, is the frontal lobes. You know, you don't really need them for essential function.
And even though the officer is expected to survive, doctors say it's too soon to say what kind of long-term effects this bullet wound could cause. Reporting live now from Carolina's Medical Center, Janelle Martinez, 6 News.
Here's a live picture now from Airstar. You can see the hole caused when the third level fell onto the second. This happened again about 12:15. It also crushed a car, or at least 2 cars underneath. WCNC reporter Janelle Martinez was one of the first reporters to arrive on the scene this afternoon. She joins us now with many more details. First at 4:30, Janelle.
Well, John, first, the very latest, the fire department has declared most of this parking deck safe. People have already started to move their cars. That actually started around 3 o'clock this afternoon, about an hour and a half ago. But that car that started it all is still in the exact same spot. You can see it right there. That car fell from the 3rd story of this parking deck to the 2nd, crushing a car below. You can see it best really from up above. This is video from Airstar. Police say the woman driving that car for some reason hit the accelerator instead of the brake, slamming into the wall, causing this collapse. She was killed, but amazingly, no one else was hurt. Police have also confirmed for us that she did not die as a result of this collapse. Medical examiners will now determine if she died as a result of hitting the wall actually during the crash, or if it was because of something else, like a possible heart attack. As for the deck itself, well, there are still some cars that aren't able to leave at this time.
No more than 20 cars are going to be affected, but over 90% of the parking deck will be able to be emptied out.
And of course, we still don't know the name of the victim or her age, but we do know that she was a woman, again, killed in this collapse. Coming up at 5, you'll hear more from a witness who actually saw this whole thing happen. Reporting live now from South Park, Janelle Martinez, the Carolinas News Connection.
By this weekend, Uptown's population is expected to double, and organizers have a plan to handle the crowds. WCNC's Janelle Martinez is joining us live now to tell us more about what they want to do. Janelle?
Well, Sonia, Katz says they are more than ready to put light rail to the test. They have better ticket options, more security. They also have something Uptown doesn't, lots and lots of parking. Finding a spot in Uptown can leave you spinning in circles. At 115,000 college basketball fans, and the mission goes from bad to worse.
It was real hectic.
Francis Choate says finding parking last year was a nightmare and can't imagine it will be any better. Even with the recent opening of the Epicenter parking deck, Uptown has 800 fewer spaces than last year. The reason? All that construction. So what should fans do? Organizers hope they take advantage of light rail.
We know it's going to be a big plus.
The CIAA has been pushing light rail to fans through its website and its schools.
People can just hop on and hop off.
Johnson C. Smith University is encouraging its students to use Park and Ride and even offers shuttles from its campus.
We try to get most of the alumni or most of the students to park their vehicles and get on the shuttle and to come to the university.
Now, last year, fans could reserve a spot and buy parking passes online, but that's not being offered this year. So fans are going to have to just arrive early and pay as you go. Reporting live now in Charlotte, Janelle Martinez for the Carolinas News Connection.